Hello, hello. Apparently that's my intro. I say hello and then I chuckle. I'm working on it. I'd like to have a better opening, but that seems to be my trend. So I'm popping on here today, very caffeinated. And while there is still some daylight left, my videos always look a lot better when I have natural light. So okay, being a patron specific video, this is, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but this is, if you recall, the first video I made, I talked about this deer and I started this painting. And when I started, I was like, I don't know where this will go. Who really can say? And in that time, I've used it to do a couple other things, just random doodles. This is like a weird praying mantis type cricket. I literally found this bug in my car. He was not exaggerating. He was about this long and he looked like a cricket, but he also had like long fronty praying mantis type. He was weird. And I got out of my car quickly. Thank God I wasn't moving when I found him. It was like at night though. So I got in my car, I see this creature and oh my. So I get out, I run back to my apartment, I get a jar and a piece of paper, come back to my car to catch it and set it free elsewhere. And he wasn't there. And I was like, oh my God, where did he go? And then I'm like snooping around in the dark around my car, you know, find this thing on the console in the middle. So I captured him and we had a word. What are you doing in my car? How did you get here? How long have you been here? Anyway, I put him in the bush. Don't know what that was. Can't say that that's an insect I've ever seen before. Anyway, that's how that drawing happened. It's a long story. Well, you just heard the story, but the reason it's here is silly. And then there's this, not sure. So this piece is starting to build up actually. And today I wanted to do just some color tests. I'm playing with a new look because of a commission. I might make a video about these too because they're strange projects that are happening right now that are kind of informing each other. Anyway, one of them, the request is to do like a sci-fi paperback cover illustration. And I thought, what? So I, look it up. Oh my God, this is so much fun. This kind of art. Hello, where have I been? I was looking at like 70s and 80s sci-fi book covers, and it's going to work perfectly for the commission, but I'm wanting to extend it and try a few things with it and maybe work it into a few pieces. So I'm doing color tests. Of course, I can't show you the images I'm referencing because they're in my phone and my phone is there being used. Also, I want to put some red around the deer. I have decided so far I'm going to keep the deer. I'll go back and, bring her up with some black ink and make her illustrative and lovely. And this, who knows? Like I said, I'm super caffeinated and I don't really have a plan, and I'll probably just mix right on the canvas, which I tend to do. But I have a relatively limited palette. I'm wanting to just play with purple and green. Different tones. I want to muddle them down and get some nice olive green and purple and green. Can I do it? We'll see. That's the test. And this is what I'm testing on. And I know that I just want to hit her with some red. So we'll do that now and get that out of the way. I also think her back was a little too tall or something. That's better. So I'm also interested, in general, I find what I'm attracted to in other people's art is this use of like solid blocked color. All of my style has always been a lot of blending and a lot of resist techniques to get this like really, well, I mean, you've seen my papers and that's a bit different than what I do in my bigger work, but I have a way and how I apply color, and I'm just wanting to branch out and try some new stuff. I want to play with being really graphic, like the way that advertisements used to be made, with like pen and markers and just, you know, solid color, really clear, sharp edges. And okay, she's good. So let's try it. The task at hand, purple and green. Oh, notice how I didn't even bring my purple. That's brilliant. We'll just start with greens. I want to add a little technical stuff. Sorry if the technical stuff is boring. I enjoy adding it in. One of my favorite colors is Flame Orange by Della Rowney. People just call them FW inks. Della Rowney, I think they are awesome for, like, you can get their cheap mediums, cheap gesso, cheap student grade paint, like at Walmart. And I think it's really good quality. I would argue that Della Rowney is better than Winsor Newton acrylics. Okay, nerd stuff. But Flame Orange, I love it as an ink. Oh, and this is acrylic based ink, so it just acts like really loose, watery acrylic, but it's bold color, you'll see here. And this orange is great. I make a lot of greens with it. It also helps me to like heighten up my reds. These are just terms I come up with myself. To heighten a color, I think. Yeah, for this, like, I'm literally gonna layer, once it's dry, I'm gonna layer orange, red, or, you know, and it just, boom. Great for mixing greens. It's just a nice sassy orange. So here it is by itself, no water. Yeah, it's really nice and bold. And then it's, the inks itself, they stretch really nicely once you add water. They're just luscious. And so that's the orange. I'm gonna start in with a clean brush. I'm just gonna do some swatches of color. So this will be fun for all to watch me try to be really specific and contained. Really tricky for me to do. I tend to just do all sorts at once, and I'm caffeinated, so who really knows? That's a nice fluorescent green. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, this is really nice. Not olive yet, but nice to see it in action. Let's see what it does with the orange. Mixing right on the canvas. Yeah, that's gonna work really well for one of my shades, but I'm definitely wanting more opaque for the project that I'm doing, but that's good to know. Okay. I didn't bring a towel and use my shirt. Just a regular phthalo green. Into that orange. Okay. And some black with phthalo green. Whoa, that's nasty. Oh, that's actually, okay, let's add orange to that. That's nice. There it is. So that's my dark that I want to start with for the purple and green projects. I mean, the projects don't exist yet exactly because I don't know what I'm going to paint with the purple and green. I just know that I want it together. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm going to do phthalo green with yellow. Lovely. Better leave some room for the purple, eh? Okay, let's take that and mix white in and give her a nice edge up here. Yeah, speaking of which, I haven't seen this deer for about a month now. She's moved on. I'm so sad. But I have been offering peanuts to the squirrels. And of course the blue jays love the peanuts. Not sure what the blue jays do with them. I know they bury them, but I'm like, do you actually break that open and eat a peanut, Mr. Blue Jay? They sure do like them though. They let me know when they're ready for more, and I'm like, nope, you only get so many a day. But the squirrels, oh gosh, they're cute. They love their peanuts too. I know the squirrels bury their peanuts, but I'm pretty sure the squirrels eat also their peanuts. Also, I'm not used to like talking while I paint. I don't think I've missed anything important here. You can kind of see what's happening. But it's been quite a few years of being isolated in my studio. I used to teach a lot to small groups at the art store. And we had this nice big like square table, and everyone could, you know, it was just a really nice space to teach in. You could move around in it. And I just miss teaching in person. But my thought is if I could get good video help, I could start teaching again there and video my classes. I need at least 2, maybe 3 cameras, right? One to like zoom in on the work that I'm doing, that I'm using to demo, but also a camera to show the whole class. And I don't know, maybe a third just for a different angle. That would be ideal. So I need a crew. And I'm just putting that out there to the universe. Mostly at the art store, I taught mixed media stencil collage, because those were like, in my opinion, the hot item words, you know, that customers were going for with, you know, trends. And this is, I mean, I started teaching these in 2017, but it's just, yeah, a simple formula for building up a substrate, adding random collage, more paint, stencils, voila. But we would have so much fun, and I would bring in different materials, and it was before I started doing my painted papers. So now I'm thinking it might be fun to basically do the same class, but with my papers. And then, by the way, shop my Etsy shop. Okay, so we've had some green. I mean, obviously I need some more structure to know what I'm going to do with it, but I like that. I love this. And I'm going to start playing with purple. And some of the colors, I don't know. I want to play with like muddied down purple and green, and then bright saturated purple and green. And it's so hard for me to focus and do both. So I'll try it. Okay, just saturated purple. We'll put that next to the ugly green. I mean fluorescent green. I think that's what, dioxazine purple? Nice. Bold, cold purple. I think it's a cold color, but you can weigh in if you disagree. I just think that humans have different like temperature reads of color. Like, yes, warms are warm and colds are colds in terms of red and blue. But when it comes to different shades, like this is a warm blue and this is a cold blue. And I'm like, actually, I see the opposite. So when it comes to color theory, I get quite tripped up and I say, fuck it. I just follow my intuition. Okay, where am I going? Light purple, muddied up purple. That's right. Okay, I'm going to make a muddy purple. Let's take just a tiny little bit of black. Red. Ugh. Okay, we're looking nice and flat. That's good. Okay, let me make a muddy green to sit with that. Use the rest of that orange to start and throw in phthalo green, yellow, white. Ugh, it's painful. More yellow. So gross. But that's it. That's the tones I was wanting to try together. Okay. I did it! Yay! Without having to stop and let things dry. I've earned my star sticker for today. Okay, so I will stop the video there. I'll be back at some point in the future with more information on what has happened to this piece, but also how my other projects are coming along with the purple green study. Purple green study. Study of purple and green. Ciao.